I'm Katie Gunter, and I chose to integrate technology into the social studies curriculum as a review for the CRCT. Throughout the year, third grade students learn about the accomplishments, character traits, and struggles of many famous Americans. This lesson is a way to help all third grade students review and prepare for the social studies CRCT while addressing social studies, reading and language arts, and NET's technology standards. Students applied research skills to create projects that reflected knowledge of reading standards such as point of view, main idea, and summarizing. Their tools were linked to a class wiki page and communicated to third grade teachers as a resource their students could use during CRCT preparation. We used Wikispaces as the main tool. I formed the shell of the site by including pages that had standards, project choices, and links to famous American websites. The students accessed the site daily. They learned how to log in, answer the discussion post on the main page, navigate to the choices and link pages, and update their personal page. Students were able to choose which Web 2.0 tool to use from a list that included Lino, Blaberize, TimeToast, Tagxedo, or KidBlog. Most students chose to write a script from a first-person point of view and create a Blaberize describing the information. 2 students chose to compile their information in a blog post. This addressed the standard of summarizing, main idea in detail, and first-person point of view. When all students were completed with their projects, they took a survey using Google Forms. This was a self-assessment that rated the quality of their work in their own opinion. The students were engaged in higher order thinking throughout the process, especially as they assumed the role of the famous American. They also worked creatively, making an original product that will help their peers succeed on the Social Studies CRCT. The students were allowed to choose the famous person they conducted deeper research on. This differentiated their learning because it gave students the opportunity to build upon their prior knowledge. I created a graphic organizer to help them structure their research. Students also had the choice of which Web 2.0 tool to use to present their research. With this, I created a step-by-step instructional page that gave students details of what they should do when they were ready to create their Web 2.0 tool. This was the first time most students did these tools. Communication and collaboration was addressed with the students by familiarizing them with the discussion board concept of the wiki page. Students quickly picked up on the chat room feel to the space. They were also excited that the work would be communicated with friends and other third grade classes. The small group of students were given a week to complete this project. During the last 2 days, an extra hour was added to ensure all students were successful in finishing. This gave all students equitable access to technology. Informal assessments were conducted along the way. The co-teacher and I listened to the research and scripts that the students wrote to ensure accurate facts were given. The students had a checklist to make sure they were completing all required areas of the project. There was not a formal grade given at the end of this particular project because it was a compilation of ideas to help prepare students for the CRCT. The students did complete a self-evaluation using Google Docs when they were finished, where they ranked their research, technology, and overall effort. The hardest part of the project was setting up a wiki for each student. I gave myself enough time to construct the class wiki page, so luckily I got caught on this snag early. Each child needed an email address to create a wiki username and login. I couldn't ask for an email address from each student, nor could I create 10 new email addresses. I ended up finding enough emails to create logins that students could share. Check out this username. This worked well, and the students thought that the names were funny, the login names. I combined the first 2 letters of each of the partners' names with the last 3 of their teacher's name. Once I had this figured out, the rest of the lesson creation was smooth. During the lesson, I had expected for each student to create at least 2 Web 2.0 resources in the week-long lesson. But students got wrapped up in research on day 3, pushing my plans back a day. Few students did complete more than 1 Web 2.0 tool, but I was very pleased with the outcome of the students' projects. In the future, I will require that students use Lino or Padlet as a graphic organizer that is web-based before they begin planning for their Web 2.0 resource. I will also consider taking the final project as a grade, seeing that there are many areas, including social studies and reading, that I can assess.